Whoa.
Where we at?
Hey, how you title this mug?
Uh,
Yup. Come on in.
Come on in. Come
Come
on
on
in.
in. Mustard.
Okay.
Yup. Gang. Mustard
What's good?
seed.
What's good?
Cool, let me hear y'all.
What's good? What's good?
What's good?
Hello, family.
Pin that comment.
Oh, you gotta put a comment in there first.
Yup. Then I pinned it. I feel like I should be able to make a title for my whole situation. I be seeing people do that.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, it's all good. We ain't gonna worry about that. What's up? Yup.
How y'all living? I swear I've been thinking about this. We've been thinking about it too.
Come on in.
I'll find y'all page today.
Welcome. Hey, hopefully y'all did your homework this time. Y'all not a real studious bunch. I'll just tell y'all that. Y'all not a yes, Pastor Nell. Hey, cat, chill. Y'all not a real studious bunch. Y'all don't be doing pin your title. I feel like I just did that. Must have seen faith. I feel like that's what I did.
We learn as we go.
Yep.
So how do we see what's going on here?
I can see it. Boom. Yeah, we got a collab on the beat. Hey, I'm talking about it. What's up? It's a new season. They're doing collabs. Hey, this camera trash, but it's cool.
It's real vintage. It's real VHS like.
Hey, what's up? It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's Nell and Cory Fridays. We be going live this Friday. We talking about. Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling.
Yeah, she yelling for sure.
This Friday we talking about mustard seed faith. Talking about how produced by Nell.com, man. Talking about how Cory held your girl down while I just jumped out into entrepreneurship land, and then he followed right behind, and we were just out here.
I'm talking about on Broke 5 Broke is what we was on.
Yes, there was an assignment. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, so every Wednesday we put out clips about our journey thus far. Yes, big faith. Every Wednesday we put out clips about our journey thus far. And then every Friday we come kick it with y'all on the live to talk about it. Now, the last 2 lives or 3 lives, it's 2 lives. Y'all ain't really been talking about the topic at hand. Y'all be asking us whatever y'all want to ask us. And you low key, I'm not mad. Look, I'm not mad.
Hey, I got Nell on the timer tonight, y'all.
Oh, hey, Cory, how much time we got left?
28 minutes and 42 seconds and counting. 42 seconds. 41 seconds.
Somebody said you a little elevated in tone. My bad. Bring it down right here. Do this sound normal? Shout out to our people that's joining us on YouTube. All 21 of y'all.
Definitely the first time we're going live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build that up.
All 21 of y'all, we really appreciate y'all. Y'all drop y'all comments. Yeah, that's good and normal. Y'all drop y'all comments in there too. Hey, thank you for uplifting my spirits.
Humble us.
Keep us humble. What's up? So a lot of y'all seen your first time meeting us was the aggressive nail video. You know what I mean? I have since grown, so I know a lot of y'all want to talk about that. Drop your comments, drop your questions. And we're gonna get into it.
And for y'all that you know what I'm saying, peeped the video this week, drop your questions about the video as well. Mustard seed faith. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna make Cory mad if y'all don't ask no questions about
I'm not gonna be mad.
Oh, hold on, we got one right here, Cory. Question number 1. Did y'all argue through the faith leap? Cory, did we argue?
No, we didn't argue.
Lies.
Did we argue?
Boy, yes. Yes,
what was the argument?
But it's not like we had like one fundamental argument, right? It's just you know how you trying to support your partner doing something, but it's frustrating. Like it's frustrating. So I bet you don't, because you know what I'm saying, you should be wiping your mind clean.
Black it out.
You just be wiping your mind
clean.
Throw
that away.
No, sir. So what it'll be like is bread is thin, like money is low, and I'm trying to do too much. Like I didn't hit DoorDash too many times that week. So it's like, yo, listen, you got us out here on one income and you trying to run up the DoorDash. You're doing too much. But
let's talk about that. Run up the DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing. Yo, we done already lost 50 G's.
Dang, Cory is gonna put us all the way out there.
For all y'all who know, educated, this is back in what, 2000 what?
18, 17, 18.
Nah, it wasn't 18. You had left before 40.
Nah, I left in 2018. The year Eli was born.
Oh, 2018. Okay, it's a little more. 60 G's. Either way. We losing that, and you talking about, hey, we ain't got no dash pass. We ain't got none of that. We just out here spending, paying delivery fees and all that. She's talking about, I'm working on for that cooking. And we all know about her cooking. So I understand why she's
exactly. I was DoorDashing out of necessity. Did you want us to die? Did you want us to die from my cooking?
I mean, dang, we could have went back to the value meals.
Hey,
I was tripping.
yeah.
Cheeseburger, dollar cheeseburger.
So not like specific arguments, but there were like financial frustrations. Like we could really, nah. We're gonna talk about that in the series. Y'all make sure y'all put y'all questions inside the thing.
2 questions in there now.
Yeah, let me go over here.
Let me see what the questions talking about.
The A-Leaf slang. Hey, Cory, make sure you get our questions from somebody said straight
straight spaghetti.
I'm a teacher, and how did you make the time to follow your dream? Because I be tired. Hey, I feel you.
Oh, that's a real question.
So
that's a real question.
I will be honest. Back then, we didn't have kids. We were low-key newlyweds. And so I had a lot of ability to spend all of my free time doing this thing. And then I was maximizing them off periods, and I was maximizing my lunch break. And that's just what it was. Like I was around the clock, either teaching, coaching, going to school, or making music.
Or curriculum, music-based English curriculum.
Hey, I had them kids making beats in my classroom.
Hey, talk about you the funny thing is, because you didn't teach regular English. What English did you teach?
Practical writing.
Mm-hmm. Practical writing. So
I thought of practical ways for them to write. Is rap not a practical way?
That sounds so beautiful.
Is rap not a practical way for students to learn how to engage in writing?
Let me ask you this. You got your schedule and you talking about, I'm gonna learn how to write, practical writing, all this, and then boom, you get in there, she talking about, all right, you got pencils and paper talking about you making beats and stuff.
But listen, what you know, you can never play me. My scores were always top tier. They be like, Mrs. Grant, how do you have such amazing scores? I'm just like, hey, I'm just out here doing.
It just makes me question our grade scale.
I'm just out here giving the kids the best that I got. That's all.
It just made me question it.
Come on. What was the faith leap, and where do you guys?
What was it? What was the faith leap? And what are you guys' careers? Oh, okay. What are your careers now?
Okay, so if you didn't know, yep, this is good. We got new people with us. That makes me so happy. If you didn't know, this is Cory, the real estate guy. My man's is out here I'm about to say expertising. What's the my man out here?
Expertising. Hey. Practical writing. That's practical writing right there. That's why they was making beats. Practical writing. Practical writing gets you expertising. We was out here expertising.
Cory is an expert in all things real estate. Somebody say ESL. Hey, Cory's an expert in all things real estate, and if you don't know, I am a music producer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cory, don't do that. Don't do that. If y'all didn't notice, I've been in this hat for like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It does get washed. You know what I'm saying? We're not dirty.
All right. Come on. Next question.
Somebody said new word alert. Expertise. Go to the dictionary.
Yep. Straight up. How did you find strength to? Okay. Cory. Cory. How did you find strength to trust God to help you provide for your family when she quit? Cory, how did you? Why he think his
man? Read the question again, please. It was a lot.
We from the Southwest Houston. How did you find faith?
Go back to the question.
My bad. Why was I trying to do it up top? How did you find strength to trust God to help you provide for your family when she quit?
Really and truthfully, when you ain't God gets you in a very particular spot. When you ain't got nothing else that you can grab hold of, reach out to, he has a way of like, hey, I'm what you got, I'm what you need, come get this. And that's literally what I had to do in my prayer time at that point, and just talking to my wife, and like we ain't really got it, from other resources that we have, like family and whatnot like that. And your boy, ain't big on asking for stuff. So we had to make it through how we had to make it through. So I had to trust on God and say, hey, God, help us do this, because I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know how we're going to get through it. But if I got to work 13 jobs, we're going to make it happen until something happens.
That's very wild.
Because I was working. How many jobs I had?
Hey, Cory, he was out here. I don't know if this is rude to say, but Cory was definitely out here Jamaican style.
What was that?
Cory had about three. Cory had
Uber
about
driving,
Cory was Uber driving,
teaching,
refereeing. I feel like Uber and DoorDash is two different things. DoorDashing.
Bouncing at the local, what was it, World of Beer? World of Beer. I'm doing it all. But at the same time, I wasn't gonna make it fail. I wasn't gonna let us fail. So
hey, and I like
God kept us. 100%.
That's so wild. That's so wild. So I got like a question from YouTube and Instagram. It's 2-part. So did Cory's support help me make the decision? Like, would I have left if I didn't have Cory? And did that require me to be vulnerable? From TP on YouTube. So yes, I think I would have had to have a different game plan if I did not have a husband. Now we did save up some racks. You know what I'm saying? We saved up some double-digit racks. I don't want to tell people exactly. I guess Cory done told you we only was making 50,000. So we saved up about 20 grand. About 20 grand, which at that point was about 3 to 6 months.
We peeling back the onion, and you getting.
I'm not gonna hide from the people.
Exclusive.
That was about 3 to 6 months for us at that time. We didn't have kids and stuff yet, so that was about 3 to 6 months for us at that time. But I do think the game plan would have been different if I did not have Cory. I just think that's being honest. And then the second part to that question, I hope I didn't lose it. Did it make me more vulnerable? Let's talk about it. Yes. At that point in my marriage, as a woman, if I'm being honest, I thought because I had been a moneymaker and I had been a breadwinner, so to say, I thought that gave me some kind of badge or some kind of power in my marriage. And so when I left teaching, it humbled me very, very quickly. And it helped me realize that I had that viewpoint of myself. And so when you have that viewpoint of yourself that you think highly because you bring money in, then what does that mean you feel about your spouse? That they are not as good as you, or they are as good as you. And that's just not supposed to be a struggle in a healthy marriage. So it did humble me. I don't think I would have left teaching if I didn't have my husband. And simultaneously, it did force me to be vulnerable and realize that that's not even being a breadwinner, like in my marriage as a woman, is not something that should have made me feel like I was better than, or my worth or my value was in it. That's how I'll say it.
Man, you had said something, man. It's gonna come back to me. You had said something in regards to talking about the money that you made or that you was or wasn't making. I guess I forgot. Anyways, that was a good answer.
Dang, Cory, I hope it come back.
Somebody.
What they said.
Somebody just said something. Man, if y'all could put your questions in the little slot there, but here you go. What's that say, Cory?
Baby, I'll be your eyes. Cory, baby, I'll be your eyes. They can see you ain't got your glasses on. Let your wife read for you.
You see the jabs? Y'all see the jabs?
Let your wife read for you, boy.
You say somebody can't cook nothing but some spaghetti. They gonna shoot every time they can shoot. They gonna shoot every time.
Hey, Cory is a wild boy.
Shoot your little pistol.
Hey, what she said? It's a 22. Pew. All right. What was the mentality that you had to maintain to love Nell through her aggressive personality type? What advice can you give to men who aren't as patient? Dang, Cory.
Hey, let me tell you this.
Dang, Cory.
Let me tell you this. It took time. I am not necessarily upfront aggressive by nature at all. Now, if I have to get aggressive, I can, but I don't. That's not my natural instinct. But Nell's not necessarily aggressive, but she is one of those people that like
passionate.
Passionate is a good word. One of those people like, for instance, if you say something and you say, Nell, that's my answer and it's the truth. And she'd be like, nah, that can't be it.
It can't be your answer.
Whoa. Okay, so where do I go from here? Do I lie now? Is this the part where I lie because I just gave you my truth?
Hey, I used to dig in on Cory.
And these type of conversations for me go well beyond the point or the threshold that I want to go to in a conversation. Now we elevate it for no reason. Tones get louder. And you start, you know what I'm saying, getting away from what the actual issue is. Patience and committed to seeing that the relationship that I had with her is something that I wanted. I built the foundation in my mind. I built the foundation with God. I made a promise to her at the altar. I made a promise to her early on. We got to tell, at some point we tell a story about when I first said it. But that's another story. Anyways, I was working off a commitment, and I'm a big believer of commitment. It was days that it was it was great. It was dark, and I was like, man, anybody else would like, bro, you ain't got to deal with that. You can leave. That wasn't me. I'm gonna see it through because I'm a man of my word, and I said I'm gonna do something, and I told you I loved you, and I told you I wasn't leaving you. I got to figure something out because I, at that point, had an issue that I had to overcome, which we better in better days now. So that's a good question.
That's a good question.
You got to stay committed to whatever you said you're gonna do. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna waver at anything that comes, any kind of hardship.
Hey, YouTube, y'all put some more questions in there. Y'all put some more questions in there. This one right here. What did it feel like emotionally transitioning from a steady income into entrepreneurship? You know what it looked like when you watching people jump out of an airplane? That's what it felt like. That's that's I feel like that's a very supreme analogy of what it feels like. Like there anybody that has ever worked or works a steady job,
right?
Especially if it's not commission, there is a certain safety in knowing that regardless of what happens, unless you just really wild out on somebody on the job, your check is coming that week. Your money will be there that month. And then especially with teaching, you get paid through the summer. Like just because whenever teachers off, that don't mean we're not getting paid. Like we get paid for the duration of the year. Your contract is for the year.
So most schools.
Yeah, most schools, unless you're a different kind of teacher. Especially in the public school.
Yeah.
So to leave from that, and it wasn't even just the money, right? Because sometimes you can kind of be like, all right, we can scrape some coins together. But to leave that health insurance, that was rough at first. But it was like, okay, cool, it's me and Cory. We're just gonna be a little careful out here. But all of that changes when you start having babies. The way you would live, you change when your babies get here. It's like I eat ramen noodles, but what my baby's not gonna do, they're not gonna be eating ramen noodles.
They can eat some ramen noodles with cheese.
Some beanie weenies, some Vienna sausages, some pork and beans.
You're trying to live better, do better. You're trying to provide better for them. But
yeah. So no, it was tough. But then the more consistent you are, the more confidence you gain in yourself that, hey, you know what? We can do this. We can bring in what we need to bring in to make sure that we good. And there are some months where we're scaled. There are some months where we hey, boo, what we eating at?
Now, for one, let me not say I'm just all about how you leaving your job. You know what I'm saying? This Beyonce song out here got people going crazy. All that. But I would not suggest leaving what you do that you earn a solid income and it's consistent and you know what, take care of your household, your bills and all that, especially if you have a family. I would not advise you to just up and leave unless you have done something that you know you are losing your money or you're losing an opportunity to grow exponentially in what it is you're trying to do in your entrepreneur life. If that ain't solidified and established, then you should be on your job working. If it ain't, if it is, then hey, then you have some conversations and you sit down with, you know what I'm saying, your spouse and you be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm missing out on. It's very pivotal in the shift of me moving to a complete entrepreneur. If it ain't that, then you should be having that conversation. You should be working towards that goal. You should still be making that bread on that 9 to 5.
This 100%. This is a good question. Real quick from YouTube, what type of teacher were you? I was an English teacher.
Practical writing.
Hey, first of all, Cory, I taught English for 3 years. Then I taught practical writing.
Beat making, practical writing.
Whatever. During those financial hardships, what did your dating life look like? Was it strained? Any vacations, getaways, dating on a budget?
Oh, it's fun though. It was still fun.
But me and Cory, when we were dating, we were even broker than when we left for entrepreneurship. Because when we were dating, we were out of college. We were fresh out of college. But when
hold on, you was broke.
Hey, my bad, Nation Star. My bad, Nation Star. Where you was at?
Hey, hey. You gotta be committed to these people. These people, they will take any opportunity to shoot at you. I promise you.
Bruh, we was doing date nights at Buffalo Wild Wings when we first started dating. And we had date nights every Thursday, low key. So
did we answer the question though?
We still dated. We still didn't really put no strain on it because we was coming from being broke. So when you in college, you really don't have no money at all. So whatever little job you get right after college, you think you got some money. In hindsight, 100%. We were still broke in both of those spaces, but it didn't feel like it at the time.
We were richly in love.
Please save this life. We were richly in love. Hey, Cory, how we got to being in love?
Hey, different lives for different times.
Hey, Cory,
different lives for different
Hey,
times.
Cory said he gonna leave y'all hanging on how we, you know what I'm saying? We actually got love. When did you both decide? Within your, ooh, Cory, this is good. From YouTube, Miss Hill. When did you both decide it was time to let go and let God within your relationship?
You go.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So, me and Cory are down bad. Like we down bad. It's on some. I'm committed.
You got to put it in context. This is
Whew.
This is prior
Yes.
or during marriage.
This is definitely during marriage.
Okay.
This is definitely during marriage. So
this is after the I do.
This is after the I do, and things are just not the way we had envisioned them. Either one of us. Like we're down bad. At this point, I've asked Cory for a divorce. And hey, I gotta save some.
I mean,
I gotta save some little nuggets for the.
She go live on YouTube and it just start.
I gotta save some nuggets for the women produced series that y'all finna get. But it's like it's down bad, and but simultaneously, I am building a relationship with God. Like I'm like on some, hey, God, I low key got a little beef with you because of white Jesus, and I got real beef with my husband. It's a lot going on for me personally.
And with that posture with the hand, that's the same posture that was in her mind. That's what she was. That's how she internalized things.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on for me personally. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step to the side and I'm just gonna push into you, God. And if I understand your design and your setup correctly, if I step and push into you, he say he a believer. That's very, like that's what we need right this second. God, work on him while you work on me. Because I was at my I had done everything I knew how to do. I had done everything I knew how to do to change him. Like I was trying to mold him and trying to push him and trying to change him. And I was like, well, God, I guess like maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your job to do that. And so we were together. Cory and I never separated because we just wasn't on that.
Ever.
But we were together.
I want it. We never. Let me see, y'all. We never separated. We never slept in separate households.
Why you ain't say beds though?
We never slept. Did we sleep in separate beds?
Oh, you definitely been on the couch. Oh, I definitely been in a whole other room. Oh, absolutely.
This is full disclosure.
Oh, absolutely.
We transparent. Well, we never in other houses.
Yeah. And so I really just decided to press into God, and miraculously, but not really though, because that's the way God designed it. Seriously, as I pressed into God individually, I literally began to see a change in myself and a change in my husband. And those are the details y'all will get on live. If you want to know more, you want to see more, you're gonna have to meet us every Wednesday for the Women Produce series.
Yeah, we don't want to be, you don't want to be like when you see a movie, the highlights, the what they call it, the trailer.
The trailer that told the whole movie.
And then you go to the movie, you be like, I seen the whole movie on the trailer. We can't do that.
Ooh, okay. Someone okay, how do you tell the difference between how do you tell the difference between mustard seed faith and immature timing? This is not copy paste, right? We serve a very intentional
questions here.
We serve a very intentional God. We serve a very specific God. And so rarely ever can you copy something from somebody else's life and paste it completely into yours without any adjustment. Okay. So I'll say that first. And then secondly, I'll say, you won't know if you don't know what God's voice sounds like. So if you are never making any deposits in your relationship with Christ, and then you try to go make a withdrawal, it's not really like how it works. You won't really know what you're getting. You won't know if what you're getting is just what's been in your head, reverberating in your head, or if that's actually God speaking to you. So the first thing I'll say is an actual relationship with God helps to know the difference between a word from the Lord and a word from the enemy.
Yeah, 100%. But did you, as a well, we married 8 years now. The times we talking about was earlier on in our marriage. First 2-3 years, you're gonna make some immature moves.
That's good, Cory.
It depends. Especially we got married 26 and 25 years old, and all of our principles weren't just being followed like we needed to. So we was making some immature moves, and that's just gonna happen. That's just a part of it until your maturity grows individually. Your maturity grows definitely in God, and your maturity grows in your relationship. And so when you see that we started making different type of decisions for ourselves, relationship wise, career wise, family wise, we started to be on better accord with one another.
Like we began like
that that had to happen to be on one accord with one another. But you start looking at things not from from a very close up mindset. You look at things more of as a vision. What am I trying to do here in the future? What are we trying to accomplish? Where are we trying to go? And that's when
not how will this immediately satisfy
not how this will immediately satisfy me, because that immediate satisfaction is not going to last too long. And if it does, to God be the glory. I ain't mad at you. But if it don't, then you need something else to fall back on. And that is building something. And that is building something around actual conversation and actual planning of what it is that you're trying to do.
We do serve a God of decency and order. And I want to say something, because a lot of times you hear successful people talking, and the way they speak, they make it seem like every decision they made was a good decision. I want to say this as clear as I can. I do not mistake my God's ability to cover a situation and give me grace and mercy with me having made every right decision. There are some things that we did do immaturely and that we did do in bad timing. But because of God's grace and his mercy, they were covered. I don't want you to think every decision that we made on this journey has been amazing.
Can we say this live and share later? You're gonna get something later.
Oh yeah, come on now. I ain't gonna do that like that.
All right. We getting y'all trying to get into the weeds. What is it? Let me see what the questions.
I be so scared to hit them buttons.
Okay, we got that. Why is your baby so cute? But God, what are your signs? Oh no, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to read them out loud, Cory.
It's okay.
Let me see if I can pull one from YouTube.
Hold on, sister.
Y'all make sure y'all putting the questions in the chat. Redo it. Redo it. Refresh.
We answered that question.
Yeah.
Refresh it.
Yeah. Like go out and go back in.
Okay, cool. I think the questions. You know what I'm saying, they not listening. Oh, what's that? That's new.
That's like a.
Okay, cool. Let's go back. It might be something on the feed if we have some questions.
Go ahead. Yeah, scroll back up.
Love of it. What are questions there, y'all?
Come on now.
Was it hard for you to keep the faith when you were starting out in music?
The faith in making music. Yes. I don't know if it was hard for me to keep the faith, or more like I was. Yeah, it's the same thing. I was discouraged. I guess it's the same thing.
That's a funny question. My bad. Go ahead.
There were several times where I found myself like crying in Cory's arms, because I was like, yo, man, I'm 25 plus years old, and you got 13-year-olds who making better beats than me. Like, I'm playing my beats for people, and they like, hey, man, this sound fire. It sound like it could go in a video game. And I'm just like, bro, dog, that mean it sucked, dog. Hey, man, this sound like this could go on the ice cream.
It's on Donkey Kong.
It could go on the ice cream truck right now.
Whoa.
Oh,
man.
That's
a great compliment. Thank you.
So support system. Like, yo, listen, I'm all for the do it yourself, get it on your own, encourage yourself, speak over yourself. But the truth is, we were made to be in community, and that said community should be encouraging. That's just the way I feel about it. Yes, it should be also accountable, and it should be honest, but it should be encouraging. You should be around people who are speaking life into you, or who are telling you the truth. Like, hey, I don't think this beat thing gonna work out with you. You've been at it for about, 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? It might be time to switch. Might be time to pivot.
Let me see what we got here.
Come on, what we got? This is beautiful, mother. Importantly, why him and why you? Togetherness. Dang, I wish I understand the rest of what
somebody said I need one of my ice cream truck beats.
This is beautiful, but most importantly, why him and why you? Togetherness. I think Quincy. Hey, Quincy, what up, my boy?
What up, Quincy?
I think, why? I think once, how do I say this? once you go to the altar, right? I feel a way just by about just backing out just because. Now, even though you know what I'm saying, that's where I was at. It just still was very difficult to be like, hey, I'm just gonna throw our marriage away, like, um. And so you ask like, why him, why me? In all honesty and transparency, it ain't always because I believed he was so marvelous or he believed I was so amazing. In the beginning, especially, or sometimes it was just because I said I would. Like I told Cory mama, and he her only child, that that I would love this man as just about as much as you would. I told her that, hey, like I'm a rock with him. Like he went and told my daddy that he would rock with me. So it wasn't always just because I was so amazing or Cory was so amazing. It's because that's what we said we would do. And sometimes it be like that. You got to ride on your commitment when the passion ain't necessarily you know what I'm saying, popping like that.
Talk about the love. I love and I get mad. And I still love. It be mad love. But you gotta honor your commitment. And honoring your commitment ain't always the easiest
This
thing to do.
This is a good question.
It ain't always the easiest thing to do.
From YouTube, from Devin. What advice do you have for single folks in terms of how to get self ready prior to marriage?
Getting your word first and foremost.
But you know something. This is what I'll say. Because I am somebody's wife now, and because I am a mother of 3, this is what I will say. Do not waste your single season. There are things that you can do, and ways that you can press into God, or ways that you can press into your business or other whatever that you cannot do once you are married, that you cannot do once you have kids.
That's big. That's big. I mean, when you joining together, to be anytime you're doing something, anytime you're in a business proposition, anytime you're trying to collab on something, there has to be some sense of value that you bring to the table. Like, why are we doing this in the first place? It can't be just, oh, I like you. That's cool, but that goes out the window when something serious hit the fan. It has to be something that you are working on by yourself. You have a career, you have ambition, you have goals, you have something that you're trying to work on, you have anything that you got going on to better yourself as a person, as a human being, as a partner, as a friend, as whatever in life. You have an opportunity while you're single and you're looking for somebody, or somebody out here looking for you. You have an opportunity to be bettering yourself individually.
Somebody asked a very real question. They said, why you can't? There are things that you can or can't do in certain seasons. I think that's why they was asking why you can't. Because time is a real commodity, and there's only so much of it. And there are things that I just won't do in this season that I would do before. Before, I would sit in front of that computer. If it's 24 hours a day, I'd sit in front of that computer for 18. I dare not do that now with my 3 babies. They need my love, they need my affection, they need my attention. So that's what it means. Well, that's what I mean by don't waste your singleness. And there are things that you can do when you're single or when you're just married versus when you are married or when you have kids. That's what I mean.
I'm single. Okay, that was okay. We got some other questions up in there.
Come on, they popping up.
Let me see.
Scroll. Okay. Yes, I am currently doing scoring for video games, TV, and film. Shout out to my ice cream truck and video game beats in the beginning. Keep on, baby. Don't switch up on me. You was looking up there.
My bad, Shawty.
Find you one up there. Why find one down here? Okay. You must leave time for your husband and children. Yep, you must leave time. Oh, this is good. Somebody said, Veronica, on YouTube, you must leave time for your husband and children. And so, Veronica, I'll see you must leave time.
Prioritize.
And I will raise you. You must prioritize. I have definitely lived in the past where my husband didn't get my first fruits. My kids didn't get my first fruits. I went out in the world and I did amazing things. And then I brought my leftover energy back to my family. And in this season, I choose to prioritize my family, give them my first fruits, give my husband's business my first fruits, give my business my first fruits, and then my children, my God, and then the world can have what's left of me.
Which is a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
still a lot.
It's a lot.
I still got a lot.
It's a good question. How you work? I think we just answered
that.
Yep.
Let me see. Cory, you supposed to pick a question out of here. Why you just stop?
Hey, I'm sitting back here. I'm about to get a pen and pad because you out here dropping Drop a major gem.
Okay. What do you do when you know God has called you to do bigger, but scared because of financial issues? Plus, I'm married and it takes two incomes to live.
Wisdom. Bring it
My
back
bad.
up. Wisdom. Anything that he would have you be doing, he will provide for you. Sometimes you got to take not necessarily a leap of faith, but you have to buy into yourself. If it's something that you have been asking for, if it's something that you've been working towards, it's something that you have been engaged in and you've been diligent in it, then if it's in his will, he's gonna make a way for you, right? Everything ain't always gonna be an opportunity or a deal, even if it seems like it is. Most often, you're gonna have to prepare prior to. So if it's something that's financial, we talked to Nell, we talked about things all the time about the finances because it's a big piece. We have stuff set aside just in case. We've been to the point where we didn't have things and an opportunity did come up that was beneficial to us and could have done something for us.
Good,
but now it's just like, okay, cool. When you're going to be in a relationship, you're going to be smart about the finances piece. Then you have to allocate things towards what you're going to be doing in the future that you have no clue about.
We haven't always done that.
So above all, there's a fund or there's money or there's a car that we know that if an opportunity arises, you must go. So we need to have the funds to do that. Right now, we were talking about it today. There's an opportunity for me to go check out something in the real estate related. I'm going to go. Before I'd have been like, man, I don't want to pay for that ticket. Tickets is expensive right now. At this point, I don't care. That expense right now is going to hinder. If I stay, that expense may stop me from getting the education that I need to move me along forward in my real estate business. So you always have to prepare beforehand. So when an opportunity arises, you prepared to take it on.
Yeah, and a lot of times, especially with your startup business or stepping out of entrepreneurship, there's a maximization of your free time that you haven't tapped into yet. A lot of people want to it's time for me to leave, or I feel pulled to leave. Have you maximized all of your free time yet? And have you started with what you have? Most all businesses that you want to start, you can start with what you have right now. You don't have to go and get a building right today. You don't have to go and get the new computer right now. You don't have to go and get all of the new software or the new tools. And a lot of times you can start and be a good steward over what you have right now.
Maximize, just like on the job, maximize what you got going. Use that to the fullest until it no longer suits where you're trying to go. Most people have computers and know how to work a few things on them. Most people have business ideas, or the reason I can speak to this because I've been that person.
I was like, "Oh, Cory, you long-winded tonight."
I've been here before. That I've had ideas and things, but in my exploratory time, I never really sat down with a piece of it and owned a piece of it, so I can move on and expand to the next thing, and I own that piece, and then I own the next piece. And by the time I look up and I'm trying to do something big, I got all these pieces that I have mastered. And once I had mastered that thing, or anything else that I'm doing, or anything that I'm trying to do, it will be that much easier. But if I don't take the time with those little things, if I don't own those little things, if I just, pick up something, I read something, and now I know what's going on, then I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fail. So it's a big key.
Somebody asked, is Valentine's Day a big deal for y'all? I don't know why I just went completely. I really want to answer this though. Cory, is Valentine's Day a big deal for us?
No.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't care. I don't care.
No.
And you better be careful on any given year for our anniversary. That might sneak up on me too. And I will say this is because at this point in my marriage, I am living life to the fullest every day with the love of my life. Like for real. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying. Cory will
love your life, girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Love your life.
Cory needs no special holiday to say, y'all, just last week. I'm like, I'm gunning it. Like I'm really trying to get a lot of stuff ready and get it together to get out for y'all. Cory he left for the day and then text me and was like, hey, shut it all down because this evening is me and you. And I was just like, I low-key got a lot to do, my boy. I just don't really have time, you know what I'm saying, to shut it down. But my husband said, shut it down. So I shut it down. I shut it down for the evening. Now, in complete honesty and transparency, we ain't do nothing but go to sleep.
Hey, we both shut it down. I said, hey, we're going to watch a movie.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
We putting the kids
Let me tell y'all something. Cory talk big. Cory talk big, but he not a night owl like that. So Cory be talking big at 7
Man, y'all see, I be in the street, man, in the sun. I be in the street
Cory
all day.
Cory be talking big and at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. And I be like, man, I love my husband. Let me tell you something. This man not making it past 9:15.
Yeah, but talk about.
But it was definitely the thought that counts. It was, but all that to say, no, we don't value specific days more than others. But yes, we do. We definitely will take a vacation for our for our anniversary, for birthdays and stuff like that. But just like, oh, I'm mad he didn't give me nothing, or I'm mad he didn't think about it, or I'm mad about, like, I personally as a woman don't be on that. But then Cory is.
That Valentine's Day is just for me, it's a marketing.
Cory, don't do that. Hey, time out though. I don't believe in that either. If you love Valentine's Day and you want your boo to do something for you on Valentine's Day, all you need, make sure you verbalize it.
So your boo don't do nothing for you the day after, the day before Valentine's Day?
Cory, that ain't my business because I don't personally care about it. But for the people that do, they don't need to feel bad that they care about it.
I didn't say feel bad. I didn't say feel bad.
Hey,
I'm just not the one that's talking about it's Valentine's Day. I ain't
I'm like, dang, man.
I ain't go there.
Bro, I can't stand when people who don't mess with Valentine's Day start bashing the.
I'm not bashing it because I'm not one of the people.
It sounds like you're one of the people. It's not like you're one of the people. Somebody said, "Were we friends before we started dating?" Nope. Seen Cory in the club. Seen him every day for 2 to 3 weeks after that. I said, "Hey, we're dating. We dating, my boy. Hey, Cory, you better not tell the story. Cory, let it sink. Let it sink. You ain't gotta go into detail about how that happened. But nope, we were not friends. We didn't have some elaborate friendship before.
We did not have an elaborate friendship.
Mm-hmm.
She just so happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Oh man, all right.
That's just how it go.
All right, man. All right, man.
Hold on. What's this right here? This okay. We got, what time is it? Oh, yeah, we got 1 or 2 more questions, y'all.
You feeling it?
I didn't read it. I thought you was gonna read it. No. What you said earlier? Baby, let me be your eyes. Let me be your eyes.
Y'all talking about.
Let me be your eyes. Well, you was being my eyes.
Hey, Cory started moving his hand across the screen like he was reading. So I checked out, and I was like, "You reading?" He's talking about, "Nah, I thought you was gonna read it." Bro. Come on, let me find one more over here in this question section.
Obviously, you weren't gonna answer the question.
Well, I didn't read it because you didn't read it. I say,
so why we was both fake reading? Why we doing that?
Oh, that's good, Cory, because I really was trying to sidestep this story. But Francis asked, who claimed who first?
Who claimed who first?
Who claimed who first? I don't know, Cory. You tell. Oh, hey, what's the definition of claim? What you mean by that?
Hey, who walked up to who?
Nah, bro. That I wasn't claiming you then, man. I didn't even know you.
Let's start from the inception of this whole thing. When it first happened, who walked up to who?
Skip all that. Bump all that.
Oh, now we skipping stuff.
But I will say, staying in line with aggressive Nell, I will say this. So me and Cory met in the DFW Metroplex in Dallas or whatever. And so one time
Beamer's nightclub for anybody in the DFW area.
So we've been dating. So we've been probably dating for about like a month or a month and a half. So we getting ready to come home to Houston. We are from the same place in Houston. So we getting ready to come home from Houston. And my brother like, hey, who you coming home with? And I let it slip with Cory in the room. Cory was standing right there. I said, I'm coming down with my boyfriend. And that was the first time that it was like verbalized. And I kind of like looked over, and he ain't say nothing or do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't refuted.
Time my eyes, she been there. I knew she been there.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't refuted. Hey, when I tell you my whole heart dropped, I was like, yeah, I'm coming down with my boyfriend. I said, okay, yeah, I'm coming down with my boyfriend. What's up? He ain't refuted. Where you at, Cory? Hey, Cory, why you just be sitting here?
Because I love your story.
No, why you just be sitting here?
I mean, you be turning into a mush baller.
The giving go supposed to be smoother than that.
Okay, we're gonna give a go.
Yeah, you don't have no question ready. You ain't got.
You know what I'm saying?
Who cooked the most? Y'all know who cooked the most. Stop playing. You see one you like?
Cory, will you have a course, real estate, or any subject matter of interest?
Come on, Cory, the real estate guy.
Yes and yes. So not necessarily a course. What I will be doing, what I try to do prior to COVID, was have kind of just a seminar for those people that be wanting to talk about buying a crib, selling the crib, and now it's the investing leg. The investing leg is a different beast. Bring some other people in to help me with that. With buying and selling the crib, yes, I do plan on putting something together here in the near future so people can come in, ask questions. A lot of people don't know what's going on or how to do stuff, and they see stuff on my Instagram. It's not as crazy as you think it is. You just got to be prepared. So yes, it will be coming.
Okay. Cory, I like this question. How do you master the art of saying no to leave room for opportunities you truly want to say yes to?
How do you master it? Man, this is a great
This
question.
is good, and this is something that I'm working on in this season, to be honest with you. But here's what I've learned. I've learned that I have to empower my no to empower my yes. If I'm saying yes to everything, then my yes has very little value. Because I'll say yes to this, I'll say yes to that, I'll say yes to that. But when you start saying no, it like increases the value of your yes. And this is after.
Oh, I need to start telling no to Nell.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And this is after, for me personally, this was after my season of yes. There was a season where I said yes to everything because I was just throwing darts at the wall, trying to see what was what. You know, what was I really passionate about? What was I trying to do? Once I got into that lane in that area, I was like, okay, now I can say no to all of these other things.
Mm-hmm.
But the stronger your no is, the better your yes can be. You just have to be patient. You really do have to be patient, and believe that, you know, as you're working diligently, God will present the opportunities for you that you're supposed to have.
1,000%. All right, y'all.
I mean, that Cory.
I ain't gonna lie.
Cool. We got to 47 minutes and you ain't even batted your arm, my boy.
No. This will be the very last question. So you know what? I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. If you have a specific question before we answer the last one, we're gonna give you 10 seconds if you have a question.
1001, 1002, 1003. Come on, my slow 10 seconds. 1004, 1005. I don't see none yet. 1006. Girl, boy, when they birth me. I didn't believe other people.
Just Cory braid your hair. Come on now.
Cory ain't braiding no hair, y'all. Do y'all feel like y'all friends? Do y'all feel like y'all friends still at this point in y'all marriage? Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Who claimed who first? We did that one. Been married 6 months. Been married 6 months. Any tips?
Last one. Yep. Here we go. I like that one.
You like that one? What you got for him?
Been married 6 months. What? It's fresh. You still at the honeymoon phase. Hopefully.
We wasn't.
Just continue to do what you do in your marriage. Look your partner in the face. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're there to support them and everything they got going on. And that you're going to always be here to support them in everything that they make sure they always doing stuff good. But you're just going to be there to support them. You're going to be there to support them and encourage each other in any new territories that you're stepping into. Some people may be in different careers. Some people may be starting a family. Just support when something life-changing is happening for your partner or for you as a family. And then you'll work through everything else.
So what I'll say is there is not a shortage of people who are ready to tell you how hard and how rough marriage is going to be. And that is very negative for a newlywed, for a person, you know what I'm saying, who is in a space where they want to still feel full of life about their marriage. Mm-hmm. So I would caution you to put yourselves around people who are speaking life into your marriage. Yep. Not just specifically into your marriage, but who are speaking life about marriage. And the truth is, a lot of people just can't do that because they're not at that place. You know, they have a negative outlook on marriage for whatever reason. The community around your marriage is very important. Some might say the community around your marriage is what waters your marriage. And so you want to be on good ground, good soil. But don't press yourself worrying and making problems that y'all don't have. If y'all good, be good. It's all like, just be good.
This is the best time to practice communication. You have to communicate with your partner and everything. I mean, it's you and them against the world. is what you signed up for. When you committed yourself before God, learn to communicate with this person more and more, deeper and deeper. It's only going to benefit you. And also, talk about your family's boundaries, what you will and won't be doing, who you will and what will not be associating yourself with, who you will and will not be attaching yourself to. It's important that you lay the ground rules of y'all, the foundation of y'all's marriage early on. Speak to your partner, communicate, know what's going on at all times, always checking in, always seeing that they good, and then know what the expectation is of what y'all will and won't do. Know the boundaries, protect yourself.
All right, y'all.
We out.
Hey, we got y'all solid 50 minutes this time. Come on, 50 minutes. Hey, Cory handle is Cory the real estate guy. Cory. Don't play my boy with that E.
Come on now.
Good job. All right, y'all. As usual, the live gonna go up. The clips gonna go up. Video gonna go up on Wednesday. We're gonna be right back here next Friday. I'm starting to sound like somebody's radio disc jockey. And tune in next time to Cory and Nell. Holla.
Peace.
Cory, why? Okay, let me hold that right there. Wait. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. End. All right. My bad, we reading that mug.